Come with it now. Bow, bow, chicka, bow, wow, chicka, 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 bow, wow, chicka, bow, wow, chicka, chicka, bow, wow, chicka, bow, wow, chicka, chicka, chicka. Microphone explode. Shout out your mood. Okay. Let's do it. Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the CPS Reports. And in today's episode, I'm going to be doing my recap of One Fight Night 16, Haggerty versus Andrade. Firstly, before I talk about the episode, before I break any of the fights down, I just want to say thank you for the support. I wouldn't have thought that the video would have gotten the amount of views that it did. I know it's not in the thousands or even the hundreds of thousands, but it's something more than what I would ever expected. So my heart really goes out to all of you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and just keep it up. Help me, and myself and Babu to keep growing and fulfill the things we want to do, and that's just continuously report on the sports that we love and we love consuming so much. Let's kick it off nice and simple with the fighters that I said that was tipping to fighters picks to watch that are on the card. Starting with Lito, Adiwang and Jeremy Miado. The fight kind of went the way I expected it to go. If Lito Adiwang was able to control his stamina, I think he would have lasted the fight long enough to get the victory, and that's exactly what he did. He put on a masterclass of showcasing very good wrestling. He didn't get the finisher that we wanted to do, but we know how explosive Lito is. We know how powerful he can be. And I think he just had a bit more in the gas tank and then a bit more strength, which was able to help make him see out the victory for unanimous decision. Would have loved to have seen a bit of a knockout there, but you don't know who's going to get the knockout. Regardless, like I wanted for him to get the victory, he did. And I think that's just a good thing for his career going forward. I think now he can climb the ranks again and stamp his name as a household name. Moving on to the other fight that I mentioned was Anna Supergirl Jarronsak versus Cristina Morales. Interesting fight. I kind of expected more from Anna coming into the fight with 2 wins, 5 in a good close fight against Stamp. I kind of thought she was going to come in and continue to take that rise and climb the ranks and become again one of the household names. However, no one's invincible. She did take a loss, and it looked almost like something had happened, like something unfortunate happened. Like maybe she broke something, or maybe some kind of injury made the fight look a bit unusual from Anna's point of view. Taking nothing away from Christina's performance, I think she came to play. It shows why she was a former champion in kickboxing, and just utilized really good body shots and then working the combinations from body to head to body, low kick, body again, and I think that kind of like helped to dictate the fight because Anna had nothing in response to those body shots. She couldn't land any elbows, couldn't land any kicks. She was on the back foot from the first second of the fight. So just a really good performance from Cristina in that fight. Don't want to say it was a bit of a weird one because of maybe a potential injury to Anna. She showed up. She was fit. Came up against a person that was also a fighter that was also fit, mentally ready, and really wanted to prove a point. And she took out one of one's star prospects, put it that way. The other fighter I mentioned was Zhang Peimian. The fight in Rooster, unfortunately, also took a loss to a very close fight against Rui Botelho. Very close fight. It could have gone either way. It looked like Zhang had a bit more pressure. He was pushing more pressure on the fight. He landed a lot of good combos. Again, we know how crisp his boxing is, so it wasn't surprising to see him perform that well. The fight could have gone either way. A bit shocked. Almost, my opinion, I felt that maybe it would have tipped it towards Zhang, but he came up against someone that was, again, like Cristina, showed up to the event fully fit, good condition, and also pushed the pace. Like he wasn't discouraged by the speed and power of Zhang, of the fighting rooster. So split decision, I think, was a fair result. It could have gone either way. Again, Zhang still going to be a fighter that I think is going to be a champion in the one champion. Took an unfortunate loss. That's back-to-back losses now, but both fights were exciting. Both those losses, good performance from Roy. Big up to the victory. Hope it springboards his career nicely in the one championship. But both fighters are gonna be fighters to watch in the future events for sure. Moving on to the co-main event between Tye Ruotolo and Magomed Abdulkadirov. Yeah, the fight kind of went the way I expected it to go, and based off my preview episode, I did say that Tye was going to be a tall order for Magomed. Even though Magomed was the bigger fighter, had more muscle mass, we know he's strong, but Tye just knows how to create wonderful leverage for his grappling. He just knows how to always negate and position his opponent in the best way possible, where Tye has the best leverage. Leverage is gold in jiu-jitsu. If you've got leverage, you're most likely going to be the one that's going to get the best chance to sink in a submission. High leverage equals minimal effort, means you're going to most likely lock up a submission with minimal ease. That's going to be done with the best, the best efficiency, which is what Tye was doing. He was on his back once, and I think that was because he pulled guard, and then immediately went for submission, reversed the position, and then he started maintaining the control of the fight. Unfortunately, he did not submit Magomed, but it completely nullified him. Tye completely nullified Magomed. Magomed had nothing going forward. He couldn't present any sort of challenges other than he was just defending for the whole 10 minutes, or 12 minutes. So now Tye goes into the title. He goes into the championship, or into the champion conversation, along with his brother Kay. They both are champions now of their respective divisions, along with Mikey Musumeci, which now solidifies them as the three kings of grappling in the one championship. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. This kid is going to be a massive puzzle for any grappler going into the future of the one championship's grappling divisions. He's going to be a tough one to beat. I would love to see Tye and Cade throw down for the masses, maybe close out the year, or we start the new year with a brother-on-brother fight. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments if that's a fight you want to see. I certainly would like to see that. But big up to Tye, and big up to Magomed for taking the fight. But again, Tye, I'm not saying anything bad about Magomed. I just didn't see Tye losing this fight. Kid is young. He's got the youth on his side. He's got the stamina. He's got the creativity. He's got the length and the power. He just ticks off all the boxes to make a very phenomenal fighter. So let's see how long his title reign will last for, and like who he gets to grapple next. Let me know in the comments who you think he should be grappling up against next. Moving on to the main event, the closing fight of the event between Johnathon Haggerty and Fabricio Andrade. Where do I start? Interesting. I know I said that Andrade has more explosion, but for him to have all that explosiveness, he had to carry a bit more mass. For some reason, he didn't look like, I don't think Andrade was prepared for the striking prowess that Johnathon Haggerty brought to the table. I mean, the dude is now a two-sport champion, Muay Thai and kickboxing. And like we saw in when he was doing Muay Thai in both divisions, flyweight and bantamweight. I mean, the dude was like the only person that could beat him was Zhang. And every other fight that Johnathon was in, he was the outright winner. Superior kickboxing, superior Muay Thai. It's a different kind of stamina when you are out and out striker, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and then you have an MMA striker coming into doing that respective sport. It's not the same kind of striking. I'm not saying either one is lesser than the other one. I just think that it's a different kind of training that you have to take on, a different kind of oxygen, different kind of stamina that you're going to have to learn when you're doing a different kind of sports. People think it's easy to do a multi-sport champion, but it really isn't that easy to do that. So big up for Fabricio for taking the fight. and for coming in and putting on a spectacle. I would have loved to see the fight go 5 rounds. I would love to see both fighters display fantastic martial arts and just want to see a good fight, but it doesn't always go that way. Johnathon Haggerty, masterclass. Crisp boxing, crisp kickboxing. His left high kick was super quick and it landed clean flush on the head of Fabricio. Just putting him on wobbly legs, and then Johnathon Haggerty just closed out the fight with a nice clean crisp bobber. 1-2, put him flat on the ground, put Fabricio flat on the ground, and just close the show and become the 2-sport champion. What does this mean for the two fighters? Fabricio still a champion in bantamweight in MMA, so he goes back to that sport and then is able to defend that title. So he hasn't really lost anything major, really. I mean, it's a big loss, but he basically just lost the opportunity to become a 2-sport champion. But he's young. He is champion of the bantamweight division, so he still has the opportunity to defend that, and maybe in the future set up another champion versus championship bout. In the closing interview, in-ring interview with Johnathon Haggerty, he did mention that he would, I don't know if it was a joke or if he would like to, but he loosely said, "Let's go MMA, Fabricio. You called me out in this one. That's why I won. I think it's only fair and fitting that I call you out in MMA." Now, I haven't seen Johnathon Haggerty do anything MMA related. I don't know if he has the ability, because again, like I just said in the beginning, it's a different way of training when you're switching from MMA to purely only boxing or purely only kickboxing or Muay Thai. You train differently, so your oxygen becomes different in terms of what oxygen you take in and how you take that and then use it to hold on your gas tank. So what I'm trying to say is Johnathon Haggerty going into MMA, it's going to be a different ball game, because now you're not only going to be striking, you're going to have to think about the wrestling side, the jiu-jitsu side of it, and that requires, again, a different side of stamina and just different puzzle to figure out completely. It's not his domain, being Johnathon Haggerty, so it's to be a different thing. It's going to be a much different puzzle figuring out. And if he goes into MMA, I'm going to hands down say Fabricio wins that fight. Even though I think Johnathon Haggerty is the superior striker, he's much better by a big distance. Going into the MMA world, I do think Fabricio might just, I think he will win, because he's been training wrestling and jiu-jitsu for a very long time, along with his kickboxing. Unfortunate loss. Wishing you well, Fabricio. Come back strong. I know you will. And then Johnathon Haggerty, you just put a huge smile on my face with that victory, because you displayed what I thought you were going to display. Superior striking. Let's see what's next for Johnathon Haggerty. Let's see if he's going to maintain and defend the two belts in only kickboxing and Muay Thai, or is he going to take up the MMA? You guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. That's all the time I have for this episode. Again, guys, love the support. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All those fancy stuff. Help the channel grow on our road to our first 1,000 likes. And then you will see me soon again for the next major combat sports event. Take care.